The Supreme Court has just punked you. They slapped you down in the schoolyard, and you ran into a corner and told mommy, why aren't they scared? What's up, YouTube? So today, the Supreme Court put out its long-awaited ruling on presidential immunity. And well, it doesn't look good for democracy. Let's be honest with you. As you may have noticed, the entire left is running around screaming at the wind with its hair on fire, and the entire right is running a victory lap. But real quick, let me give you a perspective that maybe you haven't heard today. Okay? First, for those who have no idea what's going on, this was the ruling. Any official act explicitly written in the Constitution, a president has the total and complete immunity, period. Number two, any other official act performed by the president has presumptive immunity. That means that it's presumed to be immune from prosecution, period, unless you can find a way to disprove that. And number three, lastly, any unofficial act obviously has no immunity from prosecution. But here's the kicker. You can't use documents, conversations, or any evidence at all from an official act to prove that an act was unofficial. And also, you're not allowed to use motive as a reason when deciding whether or not something is unofficial or not. Yeah, so now the case goes back to the lower courts for them to try to figure out what is an official act and what's not an official act. And God help the judges to get this kind of crap sandwich litigated before the year 3000. Okay, you got it? Good. Here's the perspective on that. All I've noticed is everybody talking about what Trump is going to do now that he has this presumptive immunity, and the courts are going to end up taking till the year 3000 to figure it out. He's going to get elected. He might just pardon himself. He will pardon himself. All I'm hearing is the crying and the gnashing of teeth of Democrats and pundits with their hair on fire, and I'm wondering why. I don't understand it. Democrats, why are you the one crying? Why are you the one scared? You have the presidency, idiots. That's the problem. That is the problem. Do you think that any one of these Supreme Court justices, if they thought for a minute that you would use the power that they just gave you, they would have done it? You're being punked. We're being punked. We are punks. We're on the schoolyard getting beat up. We're running home to our mommies with our blackened eye. And our fathers are telling us, when are you going to go back out there and stop it? The power was just given to you. People, I know what this sounds like. I know what it sounds like. And you're right. Those on the left, and I'm not talking about the media because they're owned by corporations and they've been playing both sides for views. But if you're on the left, if you're a congressman, governor, senator, you have been fighting tooth and nail to get the law followed. You have been upset that this orange orangutan waltzed his way into the office and has taken away the rule of law. The Supreme Court just told you what the law is. Now, follow it. Isn't that a perspective? Isn't that unique? Isn't that unbelievable that no one else has said it? I'm wondering, YouTube. I'm just wondering. When are we going to follow the law that's just been set? When are we going to use the powers that's just been given to you? Why are you the one scared? You have the presidency, idiot. The Supreme Court has just punked you. They slapped you down in the schoolyard, and you ran into a corner and told mommy because they know you will never stand up. They know you won't use it. You're a punk. This Supreme Court has just given you the tools to get, judges arrested under official acts of the president. I would hate to see that. I really would. I would hate to see officials running elections in red states get arrested under official acts of the president. I would hate to see that. No one wants that. That's what we've been fighting tooth and nail against. Fortunately, you didn't write the law. You've been fighting against it tooth and nail because you knew that if someone had the power to use these laws without consequence and be presumed immune, that they would use it. They knew that you weren't the one you were talking about. You've been punked. Why are you the one scared? You have the presidency. I'm lost, and I'm trying to figure it out. Why are you running around with fire in your hair, yelling at the wind? Why are you on your knees crying, praying that the person who isn't president doesn't become president when the Supreme Court just gave you carte blanche to make sure it doesn't happen? I know, because we're decent. You don't think I know that? I know that. I also know that you're the one scared, and they're not. I would hate to see a strange set of electors being brought on the day of the election, and the vice president say things like, well, we don't know who the real electors are, so this is postponed. We're going to send it back to the states. I would hate to see that. They know they won't. While you're running scared with the power just given to you, worried about what the next guy might do with the power given to you before he gets there, I say I have a different perspective. The Supreme Court has just given you presumptive immunity. What are you gonna do with it? Why aren't they scared? Because they know you're a punk. They saw you get beat up and run to mommy with your black eye, with your tail between your legs. They saw you lay down, and they proceeded to walk on top of you. While you are scared of what the next guy is gonna do, it's amazing. It's amazing to watch. It's amazing to see the tears and the fire and the rah-rah. If you're saying to me, it's going to be until the year 3000 that anything gets adjudicated in court, why wouldn't it be what you did? Let that take till the year 3000. As a matter of fact, drop the cases. Fine, Trump, you win. You win. You win. We've got the immunity. We drop all the cases against you. Let them start on us. What will you do? Now, I know you don't want to go too far. I hear you. I also know you have presumed immunity. What are you going to do with it? Who's smart enough to figure it out? after you get done crying and crawl from your corner, what are you going to do with the immunity they just gave you? Or are you going to sit there and cry and wait for him to use it? Is that what you're telling me? Is that why we're running around with our hair on fire while they're running a victory lap because they don't know that you're the president? I'm lost. How are you scared? How are you the one scared when you're the one they just gave the power to? Why aren't they scared? Why aren't they scared shitless about what they just gave you? I'm lost. Why are they not scared of the power they just gave you? Why are you scared of the power you have? What are you going to do with it? Jesus Christ! Wake up!